I think I figured out why many artists, including me, struggle when having to draw the eyes of Asian characters. And when I was figuring this out, not only did I unlock a new ability, but I discovered something that took the way I draw eyes to the next level. And it took me a while to figure this out, but I discovered that the answer is not in the eyes, but on everything that surrounds it. I want to show you what I mean by this. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to draw Asian eyes, and I'm also going to show you how to avoid the mistakes that everyone else makes. So yes, I'm an X-Men fan, I'm also a Psylocke fan, and as you can see by all the images that I showed you, most artists either don't know that Betsy was trapped in the body of a Japanese woman, or don't actually know how to draw a Japanese woman. And these are professional artists! Not that the Japanese care about it at all. I mean, after all, this is what a Japanese girl looks like when drawn by a Japanese artist. But I still asked myself, if I wanted to draw this cool, psychic Japanese ninja, could I do it? Well, let's just say that trying to find how to draw Asian eye tutorials on YouTube is nearly impossible. Most footage is just hands drawing Asian eyes and that's it. No explanation, sometimes not even any voiceover. And this is not only true for Asian eyes, but for all eyes, period. But searching, I did find some very interesting bits of knowledge that I want to share with you. But I need to address the first big mistake that every eye tutorial makes. They all love to draw eyes as if they were in a vacuum, as if they were floating in space. And they don't, they are part of a head. And this matters because depending on the angle that you're drawing the eyes, both eyes will look very differently. So I started by drawing on top of some reference, and this is the first discovery that I made. There's this common knowledge of saying that when you're trying to draw Asian eyes, you just take the end corner of the eye and lift it up, and that's it. Well, this is wrong. Now look at the samples that I traced. Can you clearly see that the corner of the eye is further up than the other one? No, because they aren't. We may see this in Mulan or some other cartoons, but this doesn't correspond with reality at all. But this reference study helped me realize something very interesting. Okay, so let's begin. Head, jaw, nose, brow. If you don't know how to do this, I have a video on it that will help you. Now, you probably know this part already as well, but the eyeball is a sphere. You have the eyeball, the iris, and the pupil. There's this very short tutorial by Scott Christian Saba where he gives the best example when drawing the iris and the pupil. The iris is a cone, sort of like the Death Star. So when placing the pupil inside of the iris, you need to take this into account. Now, this is the part where you pay a lot of attention. And you are going to need to change your mindset a bit. Every other tutorial tells you to focus on the shape of the eye. Well, because when most artists draw eyes, they focus on drawing the line that surrounds the eyeball. That's how we were all taught how to draw eyes. But that is not really a shape, but the limit between two shapes. And you might be thinking, oh, it's the eyelids. And in Western eyes, yes, it is. But Asian eyes have something else. Let me show you what I mean. When drawing Western eyes, the eyelid is just a bit of skin placed on top of the eyeball. That is not how it works in Asian eyes at all. Because Asian eyes have something called the epicandric fold. I really hope I added reverb on the edit or I will look like an idiot. See, the skin that surrounds the eyes of Asian people is both thicker and tighter. There's this big mass generation tension between two ends. The tension comes from here and from here. That tension is what makes all the difference. And when drawing Asian eyes, we don't really have to draw the eyes, but we have to draw this big mass. See, this mass and the epicandric fold give the Asian eyes a look that is called the monolid. See, in Western eyes, you can clearly see the difference between the eyelid and the crease on top. But in Asian eyes, you don't. So let's keep drawing. So here I have two heads. They are the same except for the nose, which I changed a bit for the Asian character because you don't want to lose your nose to frostbite in the tundra. Now I'm going to draw the eyes of the Western character first. So I draw the eyeball and then I surround the shape of the eyeball with the eyelids. I make some marks with the eyelids end and the brow begins, and then I'm done. Now Asian eyes, get ready. See, the shape of the eyes is not defined by the eyelids, but by the monolid. So we have the eyeball. And useful tip, draw the iris as well here, so you can see how open the eyes of the character should be. Now draw the two tension points of the monolid, and then draw an arc that signals that tension. In fact, Here's a very exaggerated version of it. Remember, you're not drawing eyelids here, you're drawing the monolid. That's what I meant when I said that you have to focus on something that is not the eyelids, unlike with Western eyelids, where it's just skin on top of the eyeball. Now, the lower eyelid is simple. It can be a straight line or a slightly curved one that moves a bit up. Now, Asians are not the only ones to have this though. People with Down syndrome also have it, babies have it, and Asian babies really have it. Do you see it now? Okay, so let's do it again. Face, eyeball, tensions, monolid. You got this. The thing is, these different tensions in the skin between Western eyes and Asian eyes can lead to some playful ways to drawing eyes when designing a character. So now I can play a lot with how to draw different kinds of eyes, something that I wasn't able to really do before. Remember how I told you to draw the iris when drawing the eyeball? This will really help you with expressions when defining the tension curve of the monolid of your character. And this also works on any angle. You're seeing this few tries, but I made a lot more. I swear, I did so many of this. And remember that when drawing Asian characters from extreme angles, the thickness and tension of the monolid will make the curve of the eye a lot less pronounced than with Western eyes. The eyeball is a lot more sheltered. Oh, you like how this face looks from a low angle? That's fantastic, because I can show you exactly how I did it, and it's going to be on this video that is right here.